Now, in the latest in a series of developments surrounding the controversial central bank bond issue, a protest was held opposite the central bank today, demanding swift investigations into the alleged irregularities. Meanwhile, at a media briefing held today, Dr. Harsha De Silva, Deputy Minister of Policy Planning and Economic Affairs, announced that the report of the investigative committee will be presented in Parliament.
A group of demonstrators, including UPFA MPs led by opposition leader Nimal Siripala De Silva, staged a protest opposite the central bank today. The protesters are demanding the resignation of the governor of the central bank.
We met with the Deputy Governor and called for Mahendran's immediate resignation. There is no need for further investigation. What has been revealed is enough. If he has morality, he must resign. If Ranil Wickremesinghe has any sense of political morality, he would do this. He has appointed a UNP henchman as the governor of the central bank. Yesterday in Parliament, he circled around the question.
When the trust placed in the central bank is broken, the entire banking system deteriorates. It is my view that leave alone an investigation, even Ranil Wickremesinghe must resign as Prime Minister.
All I have to say is that we will establish a SLFP government in the very near future.
This government has allowed the rogues to flee the country. Is this good governance? Impound Arjuna Mahendran's passport immediately and bring him to court. That is the opposition's demand.
We propose that a suitable Parliament Select Committee be appointed to carry out this investigation.
The SLFP also convened a media briefing today over the controversy. Look at the law of the UNP's nominations. Look at the 3 lawyers from their association who have been appointed for the investigation. I believe it is wholly unethical. Look at the Prime Minister's statement in Parliament yesterday. He was talking about different matters. He approached the matter in a roundabout fashion. He did not make a definitive statement about it.
The Prime Minister says he has gone on leave. If that is the case, then the Prime Minister too should go on leave as the subject minister. Taking leave is not sufficient. He must resign immediately. This is a very serious situation. It appears the Prime Minister levelled accusations at Sirasa out of rage. It was almost as if he was demanding they cover up the wrongdoing without exposing it. Wasn't he saying they should not expose it? This is not ethical for the media. In truth, Sirasa has covered this issue very well. We call on other media institutions too to not be suppressed. This is a temporary government with only a few days left.
At the media briefing convened today, the Deputy Minister of Policy Planning and Economic Affairs, Dr. Harsha De Silva, responded to allegations surrounding the central bank bond issue. This is the first instance at which an allegation has been levelled at an official in our government. The committee will inquire into his guilt or innocence. Parliament is entirely responsible for all state finances. This committee report will be presented to Parliament. The Prime Minister said, "Let us present it to Parliament and make a decision in Parliament." He said that if someone feels that is insufficient, then a Parliament Select Committee can be appointed. The good governance system has not been implemented before. The people should have a positive outlook on this. We cannot tie people up to trees. It can be done, but it would not be good governance. There is no provision in the law to temporarily remove a central bank governor. He has voluntarily taken leave until the investigation concludes.
The governor of the central bank, Arjuna Mahendran, has admitted to a wrongdoing. He admits to not having notified the primary dealers of the increased requirement. This is a serious failing. Mr. Mahendran must resign. we are told that the governor, Mahendran, is actually on leave. He's on paid leave. Consider this. If a local bank manager makes such a monumental mistake, he's not simply sent on leave. He will be sent home for good. 2 other senior deputies at the central bank are both abroad on a promotional tour. Does this mean that the committee will be unable to talk to them and get their views? Currently, statements are being made that that a parliamentary select committee has been appointed to look into matters of the stock exchange. However, the matter in hand right now, and that is troubling the conscience of this nation, is not that. It is the treasury bond issue.
We are saddened and we condemn Deputy Minister Dr. Harsha De Silva's attempt to justify this controversial bond issue as the first instance of malpractice under their government. Under the previous government, a committee of public officials was appointed and they ascertained that the former Foreign Secretary Shenuka Senaviratne had granted the contract to refurbish the official residence of the ambassador to a company connected to the LTTE when she was an ambassador. They have not conducted an investigation into that either, and they have appointed her as the ambassador to Thailand. At the same time, across the country, people who should be in prison have been appointed as directors and chairpersons at ministries and other institutions. We severely condemned his attempt to justify this.